Alright, we're looking at Logic Game 2. This is LSAT 40, June of 2003. A study sponsored by a consumer group tests exactly 5 of 7 cold medications. And that's F, G, H, I, K, L, and M. And ranks the medications tested from first to fifth. There are no ties. The following conditions must apply. Okay, so we're dealing with, a sequence game, but 2 people don't go in the sequence. So it's a grouping game in that we have those that are in the sequence and those that are not in the sequence, and then it's a sequence game as well in that those that are in the sequence, there is a sequence. So this is what we're looking at. Okay, the following conditions apply. L is second. F is first, or G is first. I must be tested. H is before G if we have H and G tested. Okay. K is before F if we have K and F tested. And if M is tested, then F and H are tested. And then that means that if F or H is not tested, then M is not tested. Okay, as always, I've said it a million times, we want to use the hierarchy of rules to solve the scenarios. Okay, well, we'll start with we have 2 first order rules, and one is the most powerful of all rules. It's just L goes somewhere. Okay. Okay, and now this second rule is also a first order rule. It requires the creation of 2 worlds. F and G go first. All right, so we know that. Okay, now we know that I is going to go. All right, so we're just dealing with 2 variables here. We know that that's going to happen, so we've got that shown. And now we're just looking at this. If H and G both go, then H has to be before G. So here, H could never go, because if H went, H would have to be before G. And on this one, if K and F go, K has to be before F. K would have to go here. All right. So we know that much, and we are dealing with the sequence yet again. And then what we just need to think about is, well, what are we going to do? We're left. We have, 1 person in the not in group, 2 people left in both of the in groups. What we need to think about is which of these, if you look at any variable here, which one has any sort of anything to it, and it's M, because if M goes, something happens. And that's really all that we can ask, is just for some sort of variable to make something happen. And if M were to go, okay, I could put a K here, and I could just make it where M doesn't go. All right, if M doesn't go, then what happens? And then if M goes, basically, what do we have happening? Okay, so what are we left with here? If M goes, we need F and H to go. So if M goes, we need F and H. So H would have to go. And then we know that I is going. All right, and this parentheses means there's no order, okay, to this chaos right here. We don't need to express it any other way. We just need to know that it can go in whatever way it wants to go. And who is left over is G. So G would fall out of this one. Now, I have M out right here, and who am I left with? I'm left with I and H and G. Okay? So I should know I have a 2-3 distribution going on. I have H. H needs to go before G. There are 3 possibilities. And, I would expect, as your e-tutor, I've never actually said that before, I'm saying it today, that's weird, that you would know that on a 2-3 distribution there are 3 things that could happen. Okay, it's H and G can go there, or can go there. And then we're just left to fill in I. And that's all that can happen. We have 4 scenarios here. They're wholly solved. And now it's just a matter of coming over here. Well, we can employ the same tactic here again. Okay? Or can we? If M goes, F and H would have to go. So this falls out, and we know that M cannot go because we have because H is already out. If H is out, M has to be out. So who is left over? It's K, F, and I. Okay, so we're back down to this. You could do K, KF, and that's it. All right, so we have totally solved this analytical game, and there are 7 scenarios. This is exactly what we want to do. We've solved the scenarios. We're ready to answer the questions. Okay, which one of the following could be the 5 medication that the study ranks from 1st to 5th? Well, you know, I just want to we can use our scenarios, okay? Typically I'll say, this is an elimination question, let's go all through the rules. But because there are only 5 spots here, and because we have so many rules, we can actually go ahead and use our scenarios to see, do we ever have an FI? No, A falls out. And now you look at B, if you look at B through E, they're all FL. But let's take a look at B, where do we ever have an FLG? No, we don't. Okay, we never have an FLG, so B falls out. Do we ever have an FLI? We could have an FLI right here, okay? But could we have an FLIGM? No, G would have to be out. And we have an FLI here, but we don't have a GM, so C falls out. Do we have an FLIHM? It could happen here, FLI, and these can go in any order that we want them to, so D is the correct answer to the question. Let's just keep going though. Can we ever have an FLK? No, K could never go with F, so E is out. We know that the answer to the question is D. 7, which one of the following could be true of the study? G ranks better than M. G is not with M here, and G is never with M, so that can't be. H ranks better than F. F is better than H in here, and F and H can't go together over there, so B is out. C, I ranks better than F. We have an FI here. I can rank better than F. That works. Scenario 6 shows the correct answer. The correct answer is C. Let's look at D. K ranks better than G. We don't have it here. We don't have it there. G is first there. G always ranks better than K, so D can't work. And then E, M is better than G. M is here, but G's out. M is all out everywhere else, so that doesn't work. Again, the answer to the question is C. Number 8, which one of the following cold medications must be among those tested in the study? Well, do we ever have an F out of this? No, we don't, so A is the correct answer. Do we ever have a G out? Yes, we do, so that doesn't have to be. Do we ever have an H out? Yes, we do. That doesn't have to be then. Do we ever have a K out? Yes. And do we ever have an M out? Yes. So B through E do not have to be in the study. A does. All right, 9. Which one of the following is a complete and accurate list of the cold medicines, any one of which could be the cold medication ranked 5th? Well, we know we can have M, H, and I. And then here we're shown that we can have G. And then here we're shown that we can have F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is answer choice E. F, G, H, I, and M. Okay, let's look at 10. If I ranks 3rd, each of the following could be true of the study except. I could rank 3rd here. I could rank 3rd here. I could rank 3rd here. So we are looking at scenarios 1, 4, and 7. Okay. M is better than H. Well, M could be better than H. Right here we could have I here and an M and an H, so that works. K is better than G. Well, we don't have K here in scenarios 1 or 4, so that didn't apply. And in scenario 7, we have G better than K. B is the answer to the question. Let's look at C. I ranks better than F. Could that happen? Yes, it could. I could be ranked better than F. Could H be ranked better than M? It could happen here, so that doesn't have to be. Or, I mean, that could be. And then E, G ranks better than K. It happens right here, so that could also be. So the only answer choice it cannot be is B. Okay, that concludes LSAT 40, June of 2003, logic game number 2. Thank you.